Welcome back, witches, warlocks, ghosts, and gerblins, to yet another Halloween video. Well, okay, it's not actually a Halloween video, it's more a vintage Halloween patterns meets tier lists, because if me mom says that tier lists are back, then by golly, they're back. At least for me, because I really enjoy Carolina. Now, before we get started, we are going to address a couple of things. Halloween costume patterns have had a tendency to be a little on the racist side of things because they would take actual cultures and put them into patterns. No, I'm not going to show you, because on this channel we do not continue the trauma of, hey look, this is my culture, and oh goody, people are using it as a costume at Halloween to go ask for free candy. We are not going to do that. No, no. I'm not saying this is all cultures. There are some cultures that fully embrace sharing their dress and just general lifestyle to the masses, and that's fantastic. But that's not all of them, and in the past, it's rampant. So we are not going to be doing any of that today. Second thing to note is that I'm going to do my best to go in order from the oldest to the newest. There are going to be some that aren't going to be spot on, but we're not doing 100 years of vintage Halloween patterns, because that was harder than I thought it was going to be, so we're just going to be rating them on a tier list. Starting off with Dead from Beauty. The next category is, oh, that's cute. And then there's the classic, meh. The next category is going to be yoinks, as in, oh, that's dicey. I don't know if I like that. And last but not least, we are going to lead off with the stuff of nightmares, because, oh my god, why are there so many of those? Anyways, let's go. And we're gonna start off with the 1890s, and possibly the most glorious masquerade book I've ever seen in my whole entire life. It's glorious and amazing, and I had to just pick two. I had to only pick two, and it really, it hurt my soul. But we have to start off with this amazing bird creation. Are there feathers on her shoulders and on her skirt? Yes, there are. And is there possibly a very past tense animal on her head? I do believe so, because in the 1890s, I don't think they made fake versions of those. So, commitment, 8.5 out of 10 yike factor. Ugh. But anyway, I think she has to go into the yikes factor. We're just gonna start strong because the dress itself is lovely. The thing on her head is not. That's what pulls it solidly into the yikes factor. And next up we have The Butterfly from 1890. Now this one is a much more happier place. I enjoy the wings, I enjoy the skirt, I enjoy that it has a random little bustle thingy, and it's just adorable, and I kind of love it. It's not like, holy crap, pick me up off the floor, but it is definitely one that belongs into, oh, that's cute. Because, oh, that's cute. Oh no, I made my screen recording too small. Oh god.
A few moments later.
And moving right along to the 1920s, where we see a sort of court jester situation going on. Now this one is defined as more of a masquerade costume, and I distinctly hope that you get to make that hat. Jingle, 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 jingle. I would totally do that the entire time. You should not allow me in one of those hats. But the kind of hip situations going on there, along with a suddenly down into like a skinny jean level. It's almost like jodhpurs, but on steroids. The other part I really enjoy about this is you could either do the two-tone front, and you also had that super deep back, where it was very apparent that in that costume, there was no corset. Welcome to the 1920s. So I think I do thoroughly enjoy this one, so this one for me is going to land into the "oh, that's cute" category. Oh, and next up on our list, we have a devilishly good time with a Mephisto costume from the 1930s. Actually, should be, the copyright is spot on at 1930, so probably copyrighted then and then produced for a few years after that. Again, I distinctly hope that the hat is involved in this situation because, yeah, I'm gonna need that to be a thing. And with the double poof sleeve and those jaunty pants, this is just kind of ridiculous and I love everything about it. But for Mephisto, I think I have to put him solidly in the Dead from Beauty because, well, everything about it, the cape, the pants, the sleeves, I pray the little hat, there needs to be the hat. But overall, I just enjoy the look and I believe it belongs in that category. Yes, and if you would like to go ahead and make your own version of this list, it is on tiermaker.com because I didn't know how to make a tier list, so I just went to that website, and hey, there it is! So if you would like to make your own, I would love to see them. You can always screenshot them and send them to me at Backroom Finds on Instagram so that I can get a giggle and see how your ratings differ from mine. Anyway, let's move on. I don't like this one. Y'all. Let's step back into the yonder times of 2020, where I was in Utah with some friends and they convinced me to go see Cats the live action movie because they promised me a Mystery Science Theater 3000 experience where we could just blast the thing the entire time. And then we show up, and the movie theater is full of people, and I have to keep all of my comments inside. And a part of me died that day because I was very uncomfortable the entire time. So when I say that this next pattern hurts my soul in only a way seeing Dame Judi Dench as a live-action cat can, it is this. Butterick. 1930s pattern, 6282. I expect to see a butthole edition coming soon to a theater near you. But the only place this thing belongs is in the stuff of nightmares. That's it. Period. End of story. I will not be listening to any other opinions at this time. Now moving on to a slightly lighter note. Clowns! No, not that kind. Human and clowns and clown humans and just, I, for a brief moment in time in my existence, enjoyed clown things, and that moment is now long gone. I don't really enjoy clowns, but actually I will have to say that this particular DuBarry pattern, I could probably make and feel comfortable being clown-esque in it. It's the very first of the meh category for me because it's still pretty. It's DuBarry, it's the 30s, but, just clowns. So yeah, you're gonna go into meh, friend. And next up we have, it's just so cute, the Halloween Girl. Now this is from my 1937 pattern magazine and I don't remember the name of it. I will go ahead and put it right here because I don't remember the name of it. But either way, I am not gonna lie when I say I sent this to Rachel Max immediately because in the realms of making Halloween costumes and making them adorable and I just had to send it to Rachel because I was just like, you need this image. I don't know if she's going to do anything with it, but I just needed her to know it existed, to share the Halloween love with other Halloween creators. I adore this one. It is only a girl's, but I think it would be really cute to be sized up and kind of maybe change how the bodice fits, but just everything about it is the most precious. Between the little scary pumpkins and the cat, I don't know if they were embroidered or if it was supposed to be printed material. Oh, if that was printed material, I would be dead. It would be so pretty because it would be orange and black and amazing. So this one, even though it is a girl's costume, I sort of have to go like dead from beauty because there's so many things about this costume that make my heart warm and I love them. And they're precious, and I would make it for myself if I wouldn't look absolutely ridiculous. But I might make it for my kid, because that, maybe next year. Okay, and we're back to Cat Town. At least this one doesn't terrify me to the bottom of my soul. It's slightly better than the last one. So this is DuBarry 1305. I think it's just mainly the graphic and like the less like aggressive cat that makes it slightly more palatable for me. Plus, all right, the little bow is cute. I will give you that. So this one does not land into the stuff of nightmares category. I'll go with all that's cute because it's amazing what a good drawing will do versus a terrifying one as far as a rating goes. And next up we have the beginnings of Night Queen goodness. Now whether or not they were pulling from Magic Flute or not, I could thusly care not. But there were definitely a couple that this reminded me of. This one is called Evening Star. It is from the same pattern catalog as the Halloween Girl. But I really enjoyed like the cold shoulder, even though it's a trope for plus size people, but we're not going on there today. I like the bandeau with the stars. I love the stars down the front and the little ruffles right at the bottom. So this one I think will have to go into the "oh, that's cute" category. I don't know, it doesn't floor me, but it's definitely very pretty. Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I had to, I'm sorry. I use the SpongeBob cards all the time, and yes, I grew up on that. And no, I'm not actually sorry. All right. Pirate costume. This actually is one that I have. Just, come on. You can't tell me that's not entertaining. Between the bandana, the hip scarf, the floofy pants. I know these all have technical names, but I'm not bothering today. Simplicity 7108 is one of my favorites. Oh God, tell me it comes with the skull thingy. I don't know. Oh my God, it comes with the hat, y'all. Ha ha! Insert the things I had forgotten since I listed this. It comes with a hat. So for this one, we're going to go into the realms of, oh, that's cute. In retrospect, should I have made probably some other category in between the ones that are just dead from beauty and, oh, that's cute? Yeah, probably, but we haven't, so here we go. Next up, it's going to be a pattern that actually was in my catalog at some point and has since found a new home. It is going to be Hollywood 1242. This is a little girl's costume, and it has a fairy and a little jester and a word I cannot pronounce. Periette? It's like the Perrault, but it's not. Periette? It's not parrot.
A few moments later.
Pierrette.
All right.
Pierrette.
I don't need you to say it again. Thank you. So you have all three of those costume options in this lovely Hollywood. So it's just one of those little just like, oh, look at the front little design with the cute little flouncy skirt. It's so cute. So again, all that's cute is where this pattern is going to land. And don't worry, men, I wasn't going to leave you out of the awkward costume contest. We weren't just going to give you Mephisto. Oh, no, friends, no. Let's go ahead and make sure that you too, if you so desire, can be a penguin.
Now this is more like it.
Butterick 4695 is absolutely no joke. I do enjoy like the two-tone devil situation, but the fact that you can be a life-size penguin or a life-size monkey with a curly tail, that's amazing. It's ridiculous. It's fantastic. Any person, period, that's willing to put that on, good for you. So I'm gonna go with Dead from Beauty only for comic purposes, because that's who I am. Now, we couldn't talk about costumes without at least mentioning one time a Western outfit. This one is New York 846, and yes, indeed, you can make those gigantic bents. Now, I think the favorite part about this pattern is that on the back, it literally says, boy's suit. On what planet do we call this a suit, friends? Nope. I enjoy all the things. The Western shirt, the suspenders, and of course, the pants that if you jumped off the second story, there's a good likelihood that you could probably flap your way down to the ground without injuring yourself. So for that reason, it's going to go into, oh, that's cute. The next pattern is one that I think takes the witch costume in the correct direction. It doesn't caricaturize with the big nose and the lumpy big warts and ugly and hag and going to eat you, rah, 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 Hansel and Gretel style. I enjoy this one for the fact that it brings more of the light, the cute aspect of the witch to the younger generation. This one is New York 996. It has a cute little witch hat with the little moon, a skirt applique for the cat. How does one do that? It has a cat applique for the skirt and a cute little capelet. The skirt does have little suspenders. Does it have a blouse? Nope, wear your own blouse. But overall, I really enjoy this aspect of this costume. And of course, for that, it's also going to go into, aw, that's cute. The next one actually comes from a pattern catalog from 1957, a Buyer's German catalog, so I'm not going to attempt to pronounce any of that. And the wonderful Everlasting Art Design is letting me use her image for this delicious creation. Because just take it in. Look at how good it is. Look at how good. Now, while she has not reproduced this one yet, this one actually is one that She says it's pretty simple as far as that goes, but let's just take a second to look at all the delicious details because I love it. To me, this is like the 1950s versions of the Hedy Lamarr star crown thing, except the veil thing. Are we getting married? What's happening? But other than that, like, I really enjoy the very sheath dress, the crossover with the little star, and the floof at the bottom. Yes, I know the floof is vaguely reminiscent of that Belleville Sassoon thing from the 1980s that I roasted in the last one. However, there's just something about this one that just makes it so much better. And for that reason, it is going in one place and one place only. That's right. We are dead from beauty. And swimming right along, we're going to head into two more reproduced patterns from the 1950s, but let's just take a moment and look at this mermaid deliciousness. That's right, there are gloves, there are fins, it's a wiggle dress, it's amazing. And this one is obviously from Mrs. Depew, which you actually can purchase for your own as a reproduce. It is going to be down in the description below, as well as the one from Everlasting Design, and any other reproduced pattern in here will be down below, linked for you if you would like to purchase these delicious patterns. And there's really only one place that I can think to put this reproduced French amazingness, and that is going to be straight into Dead from Beauty, because just look at the, just love it. I love everything about it. All the details are amazing. The next one is one that's maybe not quite so flooring, but flowering. That wasn't a good pun, but we're gonna leave it in there and keep going. This is going to be the tulip dress from the same 1950s French pattern book, but just, it's comical, it's cute. You're a walking tulip. Can anyone dislike that? I don't know if that's possible, I guess, unless you're allergic to them. Maybe, but I just enjoy all the things about it. So for this one, however, is going to land itself solidly into, oh, that's cute. Because that's the exact thing that I said when I saw it. Now, if you have been to a sewing store anytime in the 80s through the 2000s, you are going to know that off-brand patterns are choice. Sometimes terrifying. This was not a completely new sensation, friends. In the 1960s, I found this glorious pattern. You too can be a knockoff Batman, Batgirl, or Superman. At least it's not entirely terrible. They vaguely got it right. But I do enjoy how they just sort of decided to describe it on the back as child's costume with cape, hood, mask, and belt. Because we don't want to get dinged for using the brand name on a costume that looks shockingly like the real thing. This one is going to join the category of meh, because, well, and don't ask me why it's crooked, I have no idea. It's not great, but it's not gonna give me, it didn't give me pause when I looked at it, like that other thing. And speaking of pause, let's go ahead and discuss mashup patterns, where one envelope contains very different patterns for all of them because they wanted to make it more applicable to more people. And then sometimes they would just make it terrifying for all involved. Now I understand the space craze was absolutely, we were still solidly in that, we got a man on the moon, huzzah! But we go from a astronaut to a bunny rabbit to a leopard. It's a pretty hefty jump there, friends. Butterick6295, where were we going with this? What was the idea here? I don't know. But for this, we're going to add that one solidly into the meh category as well, because nothing about it screams buy me, and nothing about it screams this makes any level of sense. Oh, but never fear, non-name brand costumes were not the only problem. Sometimes the licensed ones were terrifying too. I don't know who greenlit this. Dorothy is fine on McCall's 2202. The Tin Man is not. Just look at that poor child. Like, he has the shoulders of a linebacker, some type of stovepiping for a head which looks lopsided at best, what look like oven mitts on his hands, and the boots and pants look very much like hammer time now.
Stop. Hammer time.
Like, no. This is licensed. This is licensed Travel the Yellowbrick Road to Oz. Dorothy and Tin Man, brand name on the package. This was licensed, and they still screwed it up. And for all of those reasons, this is going to go solidly into the yikes category. Not for Dorothy. Dorothy's fine, but Tin Man, Tin Man, Tin Man, Tin Man, Tin Man. Ugh. But never fear, friends. Let's make sure we're also traveling beyond our realm. E.T. was no better. Dear God, I just cannot. Everything about this is terrifying. The blatantly bright red, extra long middle finger. Where are that child? How is that child going to see? I feel like this is the T-Rex costume of the 80s. What is happening? Like, where do I go? I need a human to lead me. The oversized head, the very weird feet, just, Could this be because this movie partially terrorized me as a child? I guess it's entirely possible, but either way, I don't like it. I don't like it. And it is not going to leave my brain, and it probably won't leave your brain, so therefore it's going to land itself into the stuff of nightmares. Brought to you by a galaxy far, far away is also going to be the Ewoks. Oh, the Ewoks. No. I love Star Wars. I do love Star Wars. But no, there is no part of this that I would make a child wear. No. This gets a solid 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. No galaxy far, far away is here. 0 out of 10 galaxies. 0. No. Stuff of nightmares. And a little bit closer to Earth. The licensing costumes continues to rain down terror on people. This time in the form of Tweety Bird. Y'all, I am not okay. Are you okay? I'm not okay. I don't think Butterick's 6350 is okay. There's no. This is like Cats all over again. It's Tweety with human hands. What is happening? Why didn't we just continue the trend on down to the wings? What is going on? This is not okay. No. Stuff of nightmares. That's where this belongs. Why are all the licensed characters in Stuff of Nightmares? I don't know, but that's where they've all landed. And now we come into the 90s. And I did not pull too many from the 90s, mainly because there's too many to choose from, but this one just like slaps you right across the pumpkin patch. What is happening? I feel like this used to be a cartoon, and if it is, I'll throw in a little clip here in case I'm correct. I hope I'm not, but I might be. But either way, pumpkins with these type of faces that are then being put on a child's stomach, and and the green hats, the green tilt back. So 90s. So much 90s. Oh. But either way, this one doesn't give me nightmares so much, it's just yikes. That's where that one's going. Don't like. And the final pattern. Sometimes it's the pattern. Sometimes it's the reviews on the pattern. Now, is this one actually like solidly vintage? No. Was it good enough to go into here? Abso-freaking-lutely it was. Simplicity 4926. Fish costume. Totally cool. Absolutely. Kind of looks like a pain to sew. Absolutely. What do the reviews say? I would rather have a root canal than sew another one of these. And for that glorious comment, this one is solidly going to go into the yikes category, just for the reviews themselves. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed rating all of these. Again, if you would like to go ahead and do your own, if you disagree with any of mine, I will leave that link to Tier Maker where I made this list, so you can go make your own, because there are some questionable choices in there, and it's kind of fun. I'd love to see them sent to my Instagram. I'll pop them in my stories as other people send them to me, because I find this entertaining. I would like to thank Carolina again for bringing back the tier list, at least to my brain, so that we could do this lovely video today. If you enjoyed it, make sure you click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. It's totally free, and it helps me out. You can also ring the little bell if you would like to get the notification the minute I upload a new video. I do my best to get one to you every weekend, sometime between Friday and Sunday. Is there a specific day of the week? No. Why is that? Because I'm sometimes garbage with deadlines. And I'm basically a perfectionist that doesn't let anything out on my site that doesn't pass my own personal bar, which is pretty freaking high. So until next time, friends, stay spooky. We'll see y'all next time. We're gonna pretend that there isn't fabric behind me. Is there questionably, possibly a past tense animal on her head? And moving right along, I couldn't find too many from the 1900s and the 1010. Those were not words. This one is New York. I forgot. It's right in front of me. And swimming lighter. And swimming light. And swimming lighter. Swimming right along. Holy God. That aspect ratio is gonna suck. I really enjoy the very Western shirt, the